And I have a somewhat of a ritual, I would call it, that I've been trying to use to access that deeper dimension of beingness, ultimately, which is sense perception. So as you hear the sound, no need to follow the sound. Just hear the sound and allow that attention to deepen. Thank you. Welcome. Allowing yourself to rest in being implies that you may have had enough of reactive thinking, which causes stress, anxiety, frustration. Although being can be wonderful, you can also go too far into being. There have been many people who've realized the essence of who they are and stepped into being, and literally they just be. There's not much doing anymore. So you can also recognize that there are two dimensions within yourself. We call it human being. Human meaning mostly the doing part. Being, we can say, is the vertical dimension, is the rootedness of who you are. The cross is a wonderful representation of that. The cross. The human is the vertical or the horizontal. The doing. The being is the rooted dimension of who you are. So these two dimensions can be balanced in between each other, and doing and being can be one, if you will. So the practice now becomes practicing doing and being. So you do as well as being aware of being. And then the doing doesn't become frustrating because you're rooted in that vertical dimension, that rootedness, that being while you're doing. It's one of the main things that should be taught in school. Even myself working with children, there are aspects to schools, certain schools, that offer more of that rooted vertical dimension, but most are heavily taken over by the doing, and it's do, do, do. So consciously evolving implies that you consciously take responsibility for your evolution in consciousness. allowing being to be the primary focal point of your doing, appreciating doing, but residing and resting in being. So, as we talked about before, I think, or I believe, using sense perception to deeply root yourself in that beingness. And I have a somewhat of a ritual, I would call it, that I've been trying to use to access that deeper dimension of beingness, ultimately, which is sense perception. So as you hear the sound, no need to follow the sound, just hear the sound and allow that attention to deepen. Usually as I hear the sound, I shift my attention to being or breathing. So you can use things that are around you in the external world to connect deeply with the essence of who you are, which is deeply rooted in that vertical dimension. Thank you.